The greatest battle you will ever fight is not out in the world. It's inside your own skull. People dream of changing nations, shaping destiny, building legacies that outlive their names. But in all their ambition, they overlook the simplest and hardest task: to control a single thought. They chase victory everywhere except the place it matters most: their own mind. They want strength, but they forget where true power is born. Real strength isn't the noise you make or the battles you fight publicly. It comes from a mind that refuses to panic, a spirit that stays steady while storms rage, a soul that can sit in silence without being pulled away by every passing thought. That is the mind of someone truly powerful. But most people have abandoned their minds for too long. They let their thoughts run wild, dragging old memories across new wounds, wandering into dark corners, pulling attention into traps they built themselves. No one else caused this. This is what happens when the mind is left without discipline or direction. Thoughts are like wild horses, strong but chaotic. You'd never let an untamed animal run loose in your home. Yet you let unexamined thoughts stampede through your life every single day. Every mistake began with a thought you never questioned. Every fear grew because you let it speak without resistance. Every downward spiral started with a moment of mental weakness, a thought you accepted simply because it was loud or familiar. You blame the world for its cruelty, but the deepest wounds are the ones you inflict on yourself, with thoughts you never confronted. Most people spend their lives fighting external shadows, never realizing the real war is with the shadows inside. The whispers that say, "You can't, you're not enough, you will fail." These voices survive only because you've never challenged them. You accepted them as truth without evidence.
They're just noise, and noise only has power over those who never learned the discipline of silence. The first battle is always internal. The world outside is nothing compared to the world you haven't faced within. So stop running. Turn and face it. Pick one thought, just one, that has ruled you for too long. Drag it into the light. Examine it. Where did it come from? Whose voice does it actually sound like? Does it build you or shrink you? If it makes you weaker, it doesn't deserve a home in your mind. Remove it, not with forced positivity, but with sharp, ruthless clarity. Clarity is strength. Confusion is fear. Choose clarity when the battle inside, and every external challenge becomes smaller, half defeated before it even begins. Because nothing can break a mind that has already mastered itself. Let today be the beginning. Let this moment be the one where you reclaim command. When you master your mind, everything else follows. The art of watching your own mind. Most people don't truly think. They don't question where a thought comes from or where it leads. They move from one emotion to the next, as if dragged through a dungeon they never built, but now call home. Ask them why they're worried. They shrug. Ask why they're angry. They say it just happened. But emotions do not simply appear. Fear, anger, doubt, their reactions. And every reaction is a choice, whether you realize it or not. The real problem is simple. No one taught you to watch yourself think. No one taught you that you are not the storm. You are the sky. There is ancient power in observing the mind without becoming it. When you create distance between yourself and your thoughts, you discover the space where your true strength lives. A man who watches his anger cannot be controlled by it. He may feel the heat, but he doesn't burn the world down. A man who observes his fear cannot be ruled by it. He may feel the cold, but he does not freeze. A person who observes their thoughts becomes greater than the thoughts themselves, because they finally see them for what they truly are: temporary, fragile, powerless without permission. Most people live inside their emotions, as if every feeling is an order. But you can learn to live outside them, to stand like a mountain that no storm can move. Imagine sitting across from your own mind, quietly watching each thought drift by like clouds crossing a mountain. The clouds are always changing, but the mountain remains unmoved. Your mind can become that mountain. The practice is simple, not easy. Sit in silence. Don't try to stop your thoughts. Just observe them. Watch the echoes from childhood, the borrowed beliefs, the insecurities, the imaginary disasters created by an overactive mind. Let them speak. Let them show their true nature. You'll realize most of them are fragile illusions that only seem strong because you never question them. A thought is only harmful when you swallow it whole. It becomes poison only when you drink it blindly. Stand apart. Watch. Detach. In that space, the mind loses its control. You realize that not every thought is a command. Not every emotion is truth. Many are just echoes, allowed to fade as soon as you stop clinging to them. This is how you master the store within, not through force or willpower, but through awareness. The one who observes himself cannot be destroyed by himself, because he understands that thoughts are just visitors, passing through a sky that cannot be broken. Practice being the watcher, not the prisoner. Only by stepping outside the storm will you know how unshakable you truly are. The winter of the mind. There comes a time in every life when the mind freezes. Hope dims, everything feels heavy, and an inner cold settles in. This is the winter of the mind, a season most people fear and try desperately to escape. They hide from it with distractions, noise, and numbness.